Jesus Christ, that music's loud as shit. I didn't realize it was gonna be this fucking loud. I'm usually in a party when I make live streams. Sorry about this, guys. Alright, there we go, that's better. Alright. Richard's not on yet, so I figured I'd just do a quick game. Speaking of the Warriors, I'm definitely gonna start watching NBA. Oh shit, my hat's downstairs. It's not an NBA hat, but I want to wear that hat. It's new. Anyway, I did get a Golden State Warriors hat, but fucking, I ordered one off of fucking Amazon, and I tracked the package and all that shit, and I clicked on the link on the link that I bought it off of, and the link won't load up. It says link has been deleted or whatever. So I emailed them today, the people that sold it to me, and I said I clicked the link that I bought it from, and it didn't say anything that it's been like delivered or whatever. Not delivered, but I can't go back to the link to like purchase it again or whatever, or you know, whatever. And yeah, they didn't end up writing me back. So hopefully they do.
It's the 2K
I highly
Sports pregame
I
show.
really hope they do. But
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on
Monday,
2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and
anyway.
the Jet. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Golden State Warriors. Well,
Sorry,
for the
I'm
Warriors,
on my smartwatch.
they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked, defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender on the wing. Andre Iguodala, MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George coming back.
A lovely night here in San Francisco, the San Francisco Bay Area. Our venue, the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
Yo, leave in the comments below if this is actually like how they start off games and shit. That's actually pretty cool. Oh my god, I gotta fucking lower the audio too. I'll put it at like 50. I didn't realize it was going to be this loud.
The excitement of the NBA is on the way.
It's still fucking... I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm usually in a party, so it's not this loud.
This is Kevin Harlan with Clark
40's good enough.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Porter is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the center position. And the best...
I'm not used to playing as like all the players.
Well, guys, how good a playmaker is John Wall? Second in assists last season at Bristol. Clark, he almost finished number one.
Yeah, and the only difference really is that
What?
Wall was a little more efficient than Wall. Wall had a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Wall was only at 2.5-to-1. Some of that is Paul's experience.
I haven't played this in a couple fucking days. I can tell this is gonna end bad.
He feeds it to Beal. Wall wide open. No good from outside. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep court. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
All with it, picked up by Thompson. Wall draws the double. It's Gortat with the drive. Morris passes to Beal. That doesn't go either for Beal.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Curry's shot is off.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Porter kicks to Wall. Now the dish to Morris. Puts up a three. They grab their own miss. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Randy Whitman and I spoke just briefly. We talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many seven-footers with that kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength, and we can't allow him to bully us for offensive rebounds. Let's see if they can keep Bogut from having a big game, guys.
All right, Norris. It's Thompson off the drive. That drops. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Despite an overall strong year in 2015 for the Wizards, they were pretty weak at times back on the road.
And there's only 17 wins away from home, tied the Pelicans for the fewest road wins for any team that actually made the playoffs.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Curry's a fucking beast. Sorry, I gotta lower that volume because I don't wanna. Actually, I'll put it at like 20 just to be safe.
Road problems. A lot of it came from their inability to defend the three. I mean, they were in the bottom third in the league at defending the three as the road team.
Now Bogut. Bradley Beal missing from long range. And the basket by Bogut.
And they are doing
Whoa!
some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
So timeout call.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Outstanding defense otherwise. I mean, compared to 2014, they definitely took a step backwards in regards to their role play last season.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. On the change for the Wizards, Jared Dudley's checked in for Porter. Wizards trail by 10. To the inside, Morris, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
That defense was nowhere to be fucking found.
Fires the three, and another three for Golden State.
That's a dozen straight points coming.
Sorry, I'm doing Curry's signature move, and I'm not even Curry's sitting. I don't want him to get too tired. I'll bring him back out in a second. Oh shit.
And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. 11 feet away. Rebound by the Wizards. Beal dishes the Wall. Gortat with the
Come on, motherfucker.
Wall passes to Beal. Morris kicks to Beal. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Israel at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, is great about him. He's the heart and
He
soul of
pegged
the
the fucking
Warriors.
guy in the
He's
face.
Steve's Warriors.
Oh well. My ball now. Oh, I really wish I could add some sound effects. I'd add the Get up,
Warriors
motherfucker.
leading by 11.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively.
I couldn't see the
or
shot
even
meter.
on
The fucking
offense.
whiff
He's
is
a
in the way.
wonderful presence, and also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Now here's Sessions.
You fucking push me out of the way.
No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it.
That guy get kicked in the nuts?
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career, even as a rookie. He wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates, and that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Warriors leading by 12. Thompson misses.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience?
Oh, come on. We don't need these shooting phones.
He shouldn't be firing from that deep. Shooting one.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
I'll tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
If you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs
Got this
could
game in
all
the
pass very
bag.
well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protecting. But they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball. Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Feeds it to Dudley. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
And here's Iguodala outside, and it's Iguodala again missing.
Shite.
Passes it to Temple. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Wizards shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Barbosa. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Warriors ahead. They lead by 12. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And now a chance to hear from Stephen Curry about the team's struggles of late.
Whether we made shots or not, we felt like we had a chance to win. And I think we kind of got away from that. It's been a struggle to get that momentum back on both ends of the floor at the same time. And especially playing good teams, and so it's not going to be easy.
You know, Clark, when you hear a talent as tremendous as Curry talk about what a struggle it is, you know you're watching just
They would play that fucking
Well, I tell you what, I like that kind of serious and focused attitude that's really always been.
I want to go to a fucking Golden State Warriors game.
Always working to get better and hone and upgrade his game. And how he's able to take it that 1 notch forward.
Oh, you should have dunked it.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Ian Clark out there with Barbosa. Then there's Festus Ezeli. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's
No.
small forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Kid, you ready?
And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back. Late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goal. from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
And Washington has possession. They trail by 14. Wall dishes to Morris. Beal, soft touch off the glass. Beal's got his first points in this one.
Timely passing
Get out of here,
leads to
motherfucker.
assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now Wall. After the missed three from Stephen Curry. And Beal kicks to Gortat. Rush with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Wasted no time on that one. And the Warriors lead by 15.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
I didn't think you could call timeouts while playing. I really didn't. Like, I'm holding the fucking touchpad and it fucking...
Maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets.
Why is he taking Curry away from me?
I
No.
agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Fucking hell, keep Curry out.
One thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought they just showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last three buckets have come by way of an assist.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Get the ball,
Kevin,
fucktard!
Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Morris.
Shite.
Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. As you said, the Wizards did look more mature last year on the floor with their play. They made sure to add veterans to achieve that.
And not just any veteran, but a future Hall of Famer in Paul Pierce. I mean, his presence on the team, I think, really is what propelled them to achieve new heights. And it also went beyond just Paul Pierce. That roster had a combined 490 playoff games. And that playoff veteran leadership, I think, really helped this young core to grow.
Beal's shot is good.
Shooting much better here in the second quarter.
Yes, very, very impressed with how much
All right, how's Curry doing?
here to get back in it. And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
Curry can't get it to go. And the Wizards now going the other way. To the middle. Here's Morris. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall. 10 points for Markieff Morris.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish quite to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler. I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
Yep, took Curry from me. I don't know why.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates.
Whatever.
Green comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And the part, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And here is Beal after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Morris into the lane. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Wall after the miss from Andre Iguodala. Gortat, the pass to Porter. Nice ball movement by Washington. Wall's shot is off.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as
I like how they all stand up like,
right.
yeah!
Wizards trail by 15. To the paint. Here's Beal. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
2 shots, gentlemen.
The thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. A quick, powerful athlete, Greg, high basketball IQ. Had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Brandon Rush is checked in for Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson. For Washington, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. To the middle, here's Nene, and that one's good.
And, going back to Bradley Beal, the bottom line is he's a winner. Last year, the Wizards went 8-9 with Beal out of the lineup. Hard to argue with those facts and numbers.
And Dudley kicks to Sessions. Here's Nene. The shot is off. Great D that time from Green.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. And when you talk about Bradley Beal, it's not just having him in the lineup that matters. It's having him at his best. When he's at 100% health, there are very few guards in the league who can keep up with him. Truly one of the game's great young talents.
The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And some changes here for the Warriors. Razili's checked in for Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Sean Livingston. And a switcher also for Washington. Temple's checked in. Now here's Sessions. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Nene, the screen. Lock at 6. Great D that time from Green.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Now Sessions. Nene dishes to Thornton. Pass to Temple. All alone. A rebound by Azili. Azili's got 4 rebounds in this game. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Warriors.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you, Doris.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 14 points and 3 assists. Taking a look at the
I like how they don't even show Steph. No, there he is.
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
You don't have to dig very deep to see why they're getting crushed. Just look at the rebounding stats. They've been weak juice on the glass, and it's going to cost them. Weak juice and barbecue chicken. What a diet. I'm sure they're getting an earful in the locker room right now, and they deserve it, honey.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Sorry, I wasn't talking. I didn't know if you guys wanted to hear the halftime.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
How about the magic touch he had on display in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
So on the floor for Washington, the
Allen, Wall, and Beal team up in the backcourt. Gortat is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Porter at small forward. Beal's shot is good.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Warriors leading by 19 points.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Wall, that's good. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Thompson passes to Curry.
That's in.
That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. That's 23 points for Steph Curry.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Timeout. Start it.
Washington calls timeout.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, as the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago.
Player of the game, Steph
What I love, he
Curry.
doesn't let it go to his head. I mean,
I like how it had all A's, now it's just down to F and F.
On winning.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Morris. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin?
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor. Clark, he cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship caliber superstar.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green, and it's Livingston in for Curry. Livingston, that's good.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Swiped it away. Thompson.
Fuck.
Tries to save it. Can't get the heave to fall.
Oh my goodness, that's like temporary.
I literally hit X to pass it and he just decided to heave it.
We've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here. I have my doubts, Mark.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists in the game.
Hey, I got a trophy. Make 15 or more three-pointers with any team in a non-simulated game.
And Wall. Here we go now. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got rebound number 8 now on the night. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Porter kicks to Wall. And he gets the bucket. Wall's got 7 points for the quarter.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Livingston, no luck. Wizards trail by 21. Beal dishes to Gortat. Wizards passing it around. Pass to Beal. Puts up a 3. And the Wizards.
Oh my fucking god.
Ready? First 3 of the half. Second of the game. Can he beat up?
Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For the Wizards, Nene, he's checked in for Gortat.
Dudley comes in for Morris, and it's Thornton in for Otto Porter Jr. Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher to defend against. They could hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage last season.
Now here's Dudley. He dishes it to Nene. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Warriors leading by 16. No good from Clark.
And, you know, for the Wizards, it wasn't just how they scored, but who scored. I mean, they ended the season with all 5 starters averaging double-digit points, and that's a rarity.
Here's Nene after the Warriors pick up 3. Off with the layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Wizards trail by 19.
And thinking back to the Wizards having all of their starting 5 scoring in double digits last year, those are the kinds of teams that coaches hate to plan against. Any given night, one of them can step up and hurt you, and you just couldn't plan for where their points were going to come from.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. He's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
And getting back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
And that one's good. And that's now 17 points here for Beal. Warriors leading by 15. Inside, here's space. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster 10.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Here's Dudley, and he converts the layup. Dudley's got 6 points.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks.
I'm like right on that white line, and it doesn't go in. I don't fucking stand that.
Thornton passes to Beal. Nene setting the pit for Beal. Back to Thornton. Shoots from 14. And it's Curry with the rebound. 13 feet away. And the jumper is on the mark. 7 points in the game. All with it. He's got 9. Dishes it to Dudley. Fires for 3. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors ahead, leading by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Here's Sessions. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Iguodala out there with Green, and it's Livingston in at the 1 side. So that's the rebound there for Golden State. Now, here is Gortat. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And the Warriors making a change here. Clark's checked in. Wizards trail by 12. And here's Sessions. It's deflected. It's stolen by Green. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Andrew Bogut checked in for Barnes. And a switcher also for Washington. Morris is checked in.
Okay.
The Wizards shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Kicks it to Beal. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them.
Knock the fucker on his ass.
Favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
The feed to Gortat. Lots of room. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jump.
And Greg, that's just...
Look at that shot! Washington calls timeout. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very top Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
I thought Curry was alright. Oh, yeah.
Yes, Kevin, Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, we don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug. Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Wizards trail by 15. Now here's Sessions. He kicks it to Morris. Jumper off the screen. The shot's good. Sessions making the play.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever. But also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Here's Thompson. And that one is handled home.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Morris on target from 13 feet. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
The Roracle, or Oracle Arena, was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Curry. John Wall's checked in for Washington. There's Green with the 3. And the Warriors miss again.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13-plus points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
Wall draws the double. And Beal kicks to Morris. Beal gets a wide-open look. It's rebounded by Golden State. Bogut's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
He just hasn't looked right.
There's no way Iguodala is fucking tired. I just brought him out.
Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
And Green gets it to go.
And another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
Here's Gortat. Nice D from Bogut.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. And really, I like the fact that even with the coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Morris a screen. Porter with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Wall draws the double. And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. And that's 18 points for Markieff Morris. Curry. No good on the quick three.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
Mark the bench giving a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Curry. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Washington's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. The open shot by Beal. Beal with another miss. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Come on, break 100, baby. Break 100.
Seriously expanded in the gym range.
Way beyond the line there. That's just a sweet stroke. And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now.
Yeah, that ain't breaking 100.
Here we go.
Still gonna win though, but yeah.
Curry with the steal. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched.
I don't know why the fuck I thought it was gonna go in, but figured fuck it.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's Morris. It's stolen by Bogut. Thompson from long range. The long distance three is good.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
You know, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here. Let's go to Shaq. What can you say about his performance?
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the three ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal. And that really opened up the game.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I don't know why I decided to make one. It was just, I was online and bored, so. Alright, anyway, if you liked it, leave a like for that win. Alright, and I will see all you girls, call me, and guys, in the next video.